Let's move on now. In the middle of a worsening financial crisis, a major political turmoil now looms over the ruling coalition in Pakistan. The fate of the PML-N-led coalition headed by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif hangs in limbo. And the next few days will be very crucial for him as well as his government. The question of calling early elections or completing a full term has left the ruling coalition divided. If the PML-N and its partners decide to complete a full term, they then need to take immediate action to tackle the economic crisis. The Pakistan rupee continued its month-long run of devaluation. The currency has now hit a new record low of rupees 200 per dollar. To do so, Shehbaz Sharif will have to take strict measures, including a hike in fuel and other prices and removing subsidies, though the measures may bring temporary relief for the economy. The PML-N will take a hit from people with anger and frustration directed towards them. The party Supremo Nawaz Sharif has already warned the party about public outrage that would follow. Sources say that he does not want the party to be a target of public rage. Sharif Senior believes early polls are the only way forward, which would also dilute Imran Khan's ongoing campaign and aggressive stance against the coalition. Shehbaz Sharif is in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Earlier this week, he held a meeting with the coalition partners who have now assured that they would support the government in case of a price rise, but the PML-N is now treading cautiously. The government also wants an assurance from all stakeholders, particularly the military. They seek support from the Pakistan Army in case it takes the unpopular decision of a price rise. So the PML-N is not ready to swallow the bitter pill. Pakistan's financial recovery now depends on an IMF bailout and aid from friendly nations, but both of these options would only provide temporary relief. Pakistan and the International Monetary Fund is currently holding talks in Doha. The preconditions set by the IMF for a bailout include ending subsidies given by the government. The talks are scheduled to go on till 25th of May. And sources say that if until the 24th of this month there is no assurance to the government by the Pakistan Army, then the PML-N-led coalition could decide to dissolve the assemblies, which would then put Pakistan pushing it to early elections in the coming months. Our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik has sent us this report from Islamabad. Take a look.
The incumbent government in Pakistan, that is led by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz under Shehbaz Sharif as its Prime Minister, seems to be in a limbo over the increase of petroleum product prices. Now, that has been reported and has been much talked about in the Pakistani media, and as per a report that has emerged in the news daily today, it says that in the next 2 days they're deemed very critical because the incumbent government is trying to seek an assurance from the Pakistani establishment over the increase of petroleum prices, because that is one of the key demands that has to be met in order to secure an IMF bailout, in order to prevent the country's economy going further in a depleting condition. It's already in a depleted condition as we speak. The dollar is going strengthened day by day. The Pakistani rupee is losing its value, and with that, the tough decision of the increase of petroleum prices has to be taken. Now, as per the report, it says that the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif would want to take the Pakistani establishment on board and want to seek an assurance from them that in case he takes his coalition government rather takes the bitter pill of increasing the petroleum product prices, then what about the backlash? And following the backlash, would they be able to complete their term or not? That is a key question. In Doha, since yesterday, we're seeing that the IMF and Pakistani government talks are currently ongoing at the working group level. They're going to continue until the 25th of this month. And therefore, in light of that, by 24th, it would be clear whether Pakistan is getting an IMF bailout or not. So in the run-up to that, the days ahead to come are deemed very, very critical, because in case a failure to secure a bailout might result in drastic measures being taken by the government that can include the dissolution of assemblies, as per the report by a prominent journalist, Ansar Abbasi, in the daily The Newspaper. Anas Malik, in Islamabad, Pakistan, for WION World is One.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.